Hey, Frontier League fans, my name is Dave from the Frontier League Journal. I'm happy you're here because we are here once again for a game talk. And today we are here with Boulders starter Danny Wirchansky. How are you, man?
Good. How's everything?
I'm doing great. And the question that everybody's asking right now, playing for TJ Stanton, is it a nightmare or your worst nightmare?
It's definitely not a nightmare at all. Honestly, playing for TJ has been unbelievable. Him and Sam have been very relaxed, but obviously they're here to win. So it's definitely a good environment, definitely making me feel a lot comfortable for my first time playing ball in 2 years. So definitely enjoy playing for both of them.
Yeah, because you've had Tommy John surgery, so we'll talk about this in a few minutes. TJ has been a pitcher, obviously, and I think he's the pitching coach on the team. Is that it?
Yeah, so he's our manager, but
I
wouldn't really say we have like a pitching coach, but like, yeah, TJ does help out with the pitchers a lot. And he does give a lot of input and info, and guys like to really feed off of that. So he definitely helps out a huge amount with the pitchers. So definitely a good source for us.
Yeah, I knew he was the manager, obviously, but I thought he had like both roles in a way. So that's it.
Yeah, it definitely does. He definitely does. He helps out a lot on both sides of the field, but he definitely does help on the pitching side.
Right. 2 starts right now. You're the ace of the staff. You had your second starts yesterday, 12 strikeouts. I mean, what's happening with you, man? I mean, you must feel great right now. I mean, what's working? What's not working? Is there something that's not working?
I mean, first outing, I was kind of a little sporadic. Off speed wasn't really there. I was just trying to locate a fastball and not let the Jackals do too much damage. I mean, great ball club, great hitting team, and obviously I have Alfredo Marte and Chirinos and guys like that who are just going to go up there swinging and not swinging anything that's borderline. But I mean, that start was more just fastball based. I couldn't really control the off speed. And then yesterday, me and Phil Capper were right on the same page, kind of off the jump, right out of the bullpen. We both knew that my stuff was there, so we were just playing off that, seeing tendencies with the hitters. And I mean, gotta give Tri-City a lot of credit. They all swing the bat really well, so gotta just basically work around them and sneak a fastball in. I'm not a high velocity guy, but definitely can get away with 1 or 2.
Can you talk to me about your arsenal, your velocities too?
Yeah, so I'm a 4-pitch mix. I'm a 4-seam fastball guy, curveball, slider, and changeup.
Oh, okay, perfect. And how hard do you throw?
I'm usually ranged around like 89, 93.
Okay. And yep. So you're pretty much a command guy, right?
Yeah, I'm more command and stuff like that. I'm not going to blow anyone away. I'll maybe sneak one by a guy, but not going to be the 95, 97 type of guy.
Is it a case where you hide the ball well and it kind of sneaks up on hitters?
I don't know if it's really that. I just know I have a lot of movement. I have a lot of arm side run on my fastball changeup, and then I know I could get good depth on my curveball and kind of tunnel my slider with my changeup when the slider works. But no, yeah, I feel like I just tunnel everything really well and kind of make guys see the same pitch over and over again. It kind of looks like a fastball out of hand, whatever I throw. So that definitely does help a lot.
You threw a perfect game when you were in college, and you were, by the way, you were at Pace University, and the name of the team is Setters, Pace Setters.
Yep.
That's just awesome, man. That's just perfect. You threw a perfect game. I mean, tell me about that game. I mean, everything was perfect, or the defense behind you was just even better?
I mean, that day it was funny. It was opening day, and like a couple days before that, it snowed. So we were all out there shoveling the field, and
wow.
One of our seniors who was supposed to start that day had like shoulder issues, so I got called on to start. And that day, I just felt everything like flow. Everything was good. Command was there. Off speed was there, and it was just one of those days that you have a weird scenario of throwing a perfect game that you never think would come. But it was one of those days that I felt really good and had everything working.
Nice. In 2019, you were selected in the 25th round by the Milwaukee Brewers. How did it come about? I mean, Pace University is a D2. Was there a lot of interest in you? I mean, you're a southpaw, and a southpaw that can command that exists, obviously, but you seem to have it all going. You were leading the nation in ERA or very near the top. Was there a lot of interest in you?
So I would say around summer ball, I played in the New England Collegiate League, which is one of the higher leagues, and I guess you could say besides the Cape Cod League and obviously Team USA. But up there, I definitely got a lot of interest once I made the All-Star game. And after that, I was getting a lot of interest when I had college starts and stuff like that. And it was just piling on where I was speaking to teams, speaking to scouts and stuff like that. And I was one of the lucky guys to get his name called in June. So it was definitely one of the best days of my life.
Nice. You've had Tommy John surgery. From what I read of the transcript from an IGTV live interview, you see, I think you went to the spring training camp of the Milwaukee Brewers, and then it pretty much started off not on the right foot.
Yeah. So I got drafted in June, and then a couple days later they sent us down to Arizona, and then they did an MRI with the entire pitching staff, and then a couple days later they basically said that they were releasing me, and my MRI, I failed my MRI and stuff like that. So I got sent home. And then I went to a couple doctors and they looked at my MRI. Then the Texas Rangers reached out for my MRI and they said everything checked out, come down, this and that. So I went down to Arizona again in July, and then they wanted to do another MRI. So I went and got one, and I failed that one too. And then I got sent home, and then I went to several doctors again. They all said that there was no tear. It was just bone spurs and stuff in my elbow. And they said the only way that I could get rid of the bone spurs in my arm is if I got Tommy John surgery. So I said, while I'm young, why wait? While I could just get it now instead of blowing out, say, at 25, 26, trying to get surgery then and being back at 27, 28.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yep, exactly. So I wanted to get it while I was 22 and basically go from there.
Okay. I talked to Chad Rhodes. He's the pitching strategist for the Florence Yalls, and he had a very good point. Well, some players put it in perspective because they don't always come back stronger. And it seems like it's magical. Oh, you're getting Tommy John surgery, so you're going to rehabilitate, and then you're going to come back stronger. I know it's not that easy, obviously, but do you feel your arm actually stronger than it was? Is that possible?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, in college, I was always a high 80s, touching 90 guy. Now I'm surpassing 90 a little bit. I'm getting into the 92s, 93s. I've hit 94 before, and now I definitely feel a lot stronger now. It's just building off that, obviously knowing I have a new ligament. So if I have little things that go on, I feel a little tight or a little sore on some parts of my elbow, it's nothing there. It's part of my Tommy John stuff. I still have little things I have to deal with, but right now I've been feeling really good. So I have no complaints and stuff like that. I definitely feel a lot stronger than before surgery.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting about your roster is, TJ being such a nightmare to play for, you have to get some of those experienced players. I mean, a lot of guys on your team have affiliated baseball experience, and that was on purpose. That roster was built very, very early on. You've got power, you've got experience, you've got Zach Penpraise. He's 35. He hasn't played since 2015. How is it to mesh with those guys and just learn?
Oh, no, it's great. Zach's awesome. Tucker Nathans is awesome. Another guy who's a little older, but they both go out there they're young guys. If they're 18 years old, lacing their cleats up and having a ball, they have a good time. They compete. And, I mean, you couldn't even tell that they were older than all of us. It's they go out there and you wouldn't even notice. Mm-hmm. The guys had to actually ask, how old is that guy? Or if they see, the birth year on the scoreboard, they're wow, in the 80s? What? You wouldn't have noticed, that they're that old, and that's not even old, but I guess in baseball terms it's old.
Be careful, sir.
It's not old in baseball terms, I guess you could say it's old, but
absolutely
no, but they play they're 22, so they're doing great.
Okay. And then it's gonna be funny, man. Okay, so you've got success. Okay, you've got Brendan Bingle who sees you throw, so he takes the mound too. He throws sidearms. And then he sees you throw. Oh, you had a good outing. Oh, that's cute. Watch me hit the ball. I mean, the guy can hit the ball, he can throw the ball, and he can catch the ball. How amazing is that, man? I mean, I'm always, it blows my mind that a player can do both things, at least at a replacement level. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely impressive seeing guys like him do that. It just reminds me of like a Shohei Ohtani. Obviously, Bengals not throwing 100, but still to be able to go out there and compete and have a lot of success on both sides of the diamond is really impressive. I mean, I tried in junior college and it was not as easy, but for him to do it at a professional level, God bless him.
Mm-hmm. Have you talked to scouts yet? I mean, I know it's early, man. Don't get me wrong. I know there's a process to it. Have you seen interest in you? Do you have an agent?
I don't have an agent, but I haven't really heard anything or seen anything yet. I'm not really focusing on that. If stuff happens, it happens. I'm just here to compete and just try to have fun playing baseball again. I haven't been on a field in 2 years, so I'm just trying to make the most of it while I can.
You haven't allowed an earned run yet. Are you still working on some things? I mean, is there one of your pitches that you're not totally satisfied with?
I mean, yeah, you're always working on something no matter what. Like, I'm one of those people who's a perfectionist. Like, I have to make sure everything's okay. So, like, my first outing, I was really upset that my off speed wasn't there. So I really went into my midweek bullpen really trying to feel my off speed. And last night, my off speed was there. But if I had to choose something, it'd probably be like my slider. That was something I was working on this whole off season. I've always been fastball, curveball, changeup. But the slider was something I struggled with. So I was kind of really working on that. And I felt it decent last night. So
yeah,
it definitely played a lot better than it has been. And I just got to keep moving forward, try to feel that a little bit more and catch play and our bullpens and stuff like that. So I'll be ready for my next start.
Fans seem to forget sometimes that you've got a personal life. It's not always easy to be on the road. I mean, being a baseball player, it's all about the grind. So what you do every day just to prepare for your next start. You're a guy from Valhalla. It's 20 miles from the stadium. I even checked on Google Maps. Is it easier for you just to go? I mean, do you still live there?
So I was born in Valhalla, but I live in Rockland. So I live 10 minutes from the stadium.
Oh, wow. That's even better.
Yeah. So like if you leave my house, I get on the parkway, I go 3 exits and I'm at the stadium. I'm at the Palisades Park right now. Wow. It's like that close. Yeah. So it's pretty easy for me to like move around, know where I'm going and stuff like that. Like I can go to my own gym that I work at and stuff like that. And then come straight over here and get my other stuff done. So it definitely does help that it's right in my backyard.
Nice. I like to ask players on Game Talk. I mean, I love my beer. I love my wine. I love my alcohol. If I go to Rockland, is there a watering hole or a bar over there that I should absolutely go, or even a microbrewery?
I wouldn't say in Rockland, but in Westchester County, there was one right by my school at Pace University. It was called Captain Lawrence Brewery.
Oh,
it's really good beer, really good pizza and stuff like that. Really good like bar food type stuff. It's really good. So I mean, if you had to go there, I would say it's probably like 30 minutes from the stadium.
But of course, it's not for you because you eat salad and only drink water, right?
Yeah, I honestly, I'm not a big like junk food guy. I eat really clean. I try to stay really healthy and stuff like that. But no, yeah, like I don't really drink too much. I'm not one to drink, especially in season, knowing that I have to keep my body ready and to recover properly for my next start. But yeah, off season, I'll definitely go to the brewery over there.
Nice. I like to see those stories, man. You're coming back from a major surgery and you're making it. It was your first 2 start in pro ball. We're all rooting for you. So let's keep in touch during the season. Say hi to TJ, by the way, and say bonne saison in French. Bonne saison. And,
okay, perfect.
And that's pretty much it. So that's it, man. Just have a great season, and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you so much. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.